Ah! I poked my head into a stream that had 14K viewers of XCOM. Holy crap. I wanted to see how chat functioned, trying to wrangle that many juvenile cats. It reminded me of old school chat rooms where the room was tagged. It says Western Lovers Chat, but the actual conversations had mostly nothing to do with Westerns. The tag was just a hitching post for people that had one thing in common, to come and talk about anything in the world on their minds. Well, I mean, you know, we talk about all kinds of bullshit in here. So, yeah, I mean, I can understand that in a way. But I get what you mean. I get what you mean by when you say that. That you're that it's definitely one of those things. You know what? I'm just gonna. Do I move up that far? I mean, he did, and it was okay, right? Right? It should be fine. It should be fine. And we'll long watch you. But yeah, I definitely don't want it to be like that. Like that, I never want that. That's horrible. And I know I know a lot of the dudes don't care. It's because, you know, they're doing it for, they're doing it as their job, and so, you know, it is what it is. As long as they're getting viewers, as long as they're making money, that's really what matters. Ooh, 53. We're going for that, baby. Let's go. No! No. Why? Why? My dog is so sweet, sleeping on my hands. Damn it, Bobby!
The charges are inactive and the package is secure. Eliminate any remaining hostiles near the AO.
That's sad. That is super duper duper sad. All right, well, let's get Shinobi there. We'll get the Grenadier here.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay. Snipperino. Let's get her. Let's move Asmodeus to. Can you yellow move there? Yes, you can. Okay, I want to move Asmodeus to here. And then we're going to grab. I want a long watcher, but actually I'm just gonna overwatch her for right here. Because I want her to have a better angle this way. So. Oh, yeah, that's right. We can't do the overwatch. So we'll just steady her weapon. And we'll overwatch everybody else. For some reason, Snapshot doesn't work correctly. When the conversation here goes astray of XCOM or whatever you are streaming, is generally because we are relating to something else you are into. Yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. But anytime you have a lot of people in a room, it's gonna end up being that. This is why I like the whole reply thing that they've done lately, where you can have those kinds of conversations and it not be like super duper spammy. Where if you literally want to have a conversation with a dude in the stream, it's not just you know, tagging each other back and forth, and it's like nobody knows what the hell's going on. They can actually click it and look at what you're talking about, which is cool. I actually think that's pretty cool. And I kind of want to get you back a little bit, but I think we're going to hold here. Maybe we do move you back. Maybe I put you right here. Let's go here and then go here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Just in case there's like a square where I pull a dude. You know what I'm saying? Hiding behind the wall there. That's what I like. That's what I like. Yes. And we will long watch you. And we will overwatch everybody else. Yes. Yes, indeed. Got 2 turns. 2 turns. We've already killed 5 dudes, so
we're on the right trail.
I'm not going to lie. I am looking forward to a lot of Wasteland because the gameplay in that game is super tactical, and I absolutely adore it. I wish that Fallout would go back to that. I really do. Reminds me of this is a test. This is only a test. I really wish Fallout would go back to that kind of gameplay because I really do enjoy the tactical aspect of it. Like, even if you're first person, one of the things I liked about, say, what was it, Mass Effect 2 and 3, even 1, but just 2 and 3 is the fact that you could pause it and and issue orders and then continue to play. And there were all kinds of ways that you could be extra tactical without it being like super, gimmicky, I guess I could say. That's great. Good job. Good job. Traycon permitting himself. What are you doing, Traycon? What are you doing? What are you doing? Nope. Nope. Apparently they didn't hear the giant explosion. So that's good.
This is Firebrand.
I like it.
It's time to go.
I like it. Let's get the hell out of here. I like it a lot. Let's get the hell out.
I shall not fail.
And we'll get you in there. We'll grab you. Oh, yeah.
I'm on my way.
Good stuff, boys. Good stuff.
Solid copy.
I like it. No reinforcements. Absolute obliteration. You have said that mods could do that, but I had never found anything in the mod window that did it, so I just did some research and went back to mod class. Oh, yeah. A lot of the mod commands are not on the mod screen. That is very true.
It's good to be here.
I think Twitch is definitely trying to improve their user interface because there's so many other options out there now that even though nothing is going to take Twitch's dominance away, enough of them could pop up. Flawless victory. Enough of them could pop up to take enough of the share out of the market to where it could actually impact Amazon. And I think that might have more to do with it than anything else, is that the people who are running Amazon are like, whoa. Are you telling me we're going to lose profits because you're being lazy? No. This is not going to happen. Not going to happen, sir. So, yeah. And, I mean, let's be real, dude. Twitch has been lazy for a really, really long time. And if they were aware of the just overt, nepotistic BS that's going on with the Twitch personnel, then I think that a lot of them would get fired. I think lots of them would get fired. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate that. Yeah, all you got to do is just you can even do it with right-click your own name. I believe you can do it that way and permit yourself. I'm not sure though. That's a thing from OBS, I believe.
All Advent gene therapy clinics will be closed tomorrow for equipment upgrades. Initial reports that the suspension of services were the result of dissident activity have been dismissed as radical. I've seen evidence of dudes getting banned for talking bad about the women's who do nothing but, jiggle their stuff on screen to get money in the just chatting thing. And a lot of Twitch has become just chatting to women's. And this was a few years ago. This dude like got banned in the middle of his stream. And a high profile streamer as well. Like lots and lots of viewers and subscribers and whatnot. Just channel deleted. Boom, gone. And it's one of the really biggest problems with social media right now is that you have no rights as far as social media goes at all. None. If they want to obliterate everything you've done online, they can do it. They can unperson you completely. All right, we're going to go. Definitely going to get Field Medic. Oh, yes. Now, what about Ever Vigilant? 19 points. I'm not sure about that. I think we're going to hold on that. For now, kill. We might grab... I think I might make you a hacker, bro, honestly. Because you got standard combat intelligence, so... I mean, Ever Vigilant is good, but it's not the greatest because your aim is not the greatest either. Downslide got another promotion. Hell yeah. Extra conditioning. Yes, please. Yes, please. I love me some running gun, baby. Love me that running gun. Now, what do we go for here? Do we go electroshock? I require 3 points. I think we're going to hold on that for now, too. Formidable, I like that. I do. Maybe we hold for this. Yeah, I think we're going to hold for that. So we'll do that. Slab! Aw, yeah. Heat warheads, baby. Pierce 2 armor, and shred an additional, and tandem warheads. Grenades and rockets do full damage to units in the maximum extent of their area of effect. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, now. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Autoloader, expanded mag, and stock. Excellent. Excellent. Good stuff. Good stuff. So that counteracted the UFO, I believe. That was really good. That was really good. But yeah, you literally have no rights on social media, especially even as an American citizen, where freedom of speech is enshrined in the law. The law really hasn't caught up with social media and their shenanigans. It's just like how you have like rights on an airplane, even though it's private property. They haven't actually caught up with it yet, and a lot of it is because the tech firms are extremely monopolistic and extremely powerful and have a lot of money. Like they have more money than God. That's essentially how that works. Like if you thought the barons of the 1800s were bad, if you thought the railroad barons were bad, if you thought Microsoft was bad, like none of them had half the influence, half the money, like even in their own time. Counted as today's. Not nearly as much control, influence over government, elections, you name it. They're in everything. And they have all the information. And you have no rights. I'm still mixing in action. I'm not getting any work done. Oh no, Sudsy. Can't have that now, can we? Yeah, it's just one of those things where it really sucks. Eventually it will catch up, but God knows when it will. God knows when it will. At the very least, in the United States, that it should be a thing. Just because that's the way it's supposed to work. And the thing that's really shitty is that not only can they just snap their fingers and Thanos your ass, but there's no redemption. There's no you can kill somebody and you get to come back to civilization, right? You can do the most horrific crimes on the planet, and you still get to come back to civilization if they don't kill your ass for it. You get wrong thing on the internet, you're done. Forever gone. There is right now a politician in the United States of America that got deleted from social media years ago, and they refuse to restore her social media accounts on Twitter and on Facebook and all these other places. A politician. She is now an actual politician. So that means that these tech companies are literally silencing a politician. It's overt, and that's the kind of stuff that's gonna end up changing it. Is that if she ends up actually getting elected and getting into power and getting on the right committees in the government, she will be able to bring the pain, because that's what they did to her. They didn't like what she was saying, and so they silenced the Wammonses. Even though you're supposed to empower the Wammonses, they don't care. That's all BS. It's all BS. It's all for power. It's all for power. All right, enough of that nonsense. Let's keep scanning. Let's keep scanning. That's depressing as all hell. But the tide is shifting, my dudes. The tide is a-shifting. And the best way to do it is not to try to slow the train down. What you got to do is you got to put that pedal to the metal, baby, and floor that son of a bitch. That's what you got to do. You have to floor it. Why would you want to floor that, you say? Because it's already insane. Why would you want to make the insanity go any faster? Well, if you make it go faster, then that means that it's going to be quicker amount of time before normal people, regular people who are not paying attention to any of this bullshit, especially the stuff that's on the internet, find out and go, what der fruck, and then become reactionaries is essentially what will happen. All right, let's scan. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. 6 days, 19 hours, smash and grab. Show of force. Large amount of advent. So there's probably not going to be any regular dudes. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. So we've got Jialepian recover from their wounds. I've already boosted this, dude. I have a feeling. Look, the strength went up here. Yeah, that's actually really bad. I'm gonna have to boost this one too, aren't I? Yeah, I'm probably going to. So we're just gonna leave that alone. Do we do a smash and grab for Munizes? I like Munizes. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh wait, no. I was supposed to be doing. Oh no, I forgot. I was supposed to be doing that one, and I went back and scanned. I am a derp. I am a derp. Derp. Okay, well we'll do this one then. So sad. So very sad. I cannot help myself. Now, what do we got here? Wilderness. Okay, smash and grab in the wilderness. We got 6 days on this, right? We'll bring Sparky. We got 4 days on there. Kill. I think we'll send you back out there, buddy. Back out there, buddy. 10 to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we boost it? I'm almost tempted to leave you at home because it's just a smash and grab. So I think we're just gonna leave it at home. It's not juicy enough, you know. I'm gonna wait for a juicier steak here. We're gonna wait for a juicier steak. What do we got? And there you go, a juicy steak. Now the problem is it's in 3 days, which means. Ugh. It's gonna be 16 to 18. Yeah, that's gonna be horrible. That's gonna be horrible. I mean, we can boost it, but that's not gonna mean a damn thing. That's not gonna mean a damn thing. No, look at that. 13 to 15. Yeah, that's not gonna be a damn thing. I've had conversations about social media censorship with some of my friends who've been up in arms over Facebook's actions. Yeah. And the U.S. Constitution allows you to take an apple box and stand in town square, voice your views. Town square is public venue and not private property. Even if it is private property, if it's still for public use, they can't silence you. They have to allow you to at least do that. Facebook is private property that allows you to trespass so long as you play by the owner's rules. They don't like Facebook's rules. Don't drop your apple box on their property. Yeah, but that's the thing is like it's a common what is it called? Because you can own a street, right? And you can own commons. You can own the commons. It's just like a lot of this was settled back when the mining towns in like West Virginia with the redneck army, where rednecks come from, where the phrase rednecks come from. That even if you own the town, you can't just suppress speech, right? Because it's guaranteed by the Constitution, and therefore the government has to protect the rights of the citizens to voice their free speech. So you can actually go to, especially if it's like in the middle of a city, land that is owned by certain individuals, and do that. You can only do it for a certain amount of time, right? And once you've done that, it's just like colleges. They're not supposed to have free speech zones. They're not supposed to have all this bullshit and censoring people, yet they do. And they're gonna pay a hefty price for it. I mean, there's already so many lawsuits over colleges. Oh, here we go. Start liberating the region. That's a little bit better. I like that. 25 intel on that. 6 days. But yeah, even if you own the commons, you still have to be able to allow people access to it. You can't just take it away. That is a violation of civil rights. And I think we're gonna send Slap. 10 to 12. I could boost. We will get it back. So maybe we're in a subway, so we're not taking Hopi. Okay, so we'll send Kill. And who can you bond with, bud? Neutron, Guinness. Oh, hello. That might be what we do. Kill and Guinness. I like that. Yeah, that might be the meme. What are we gonna do with you? You got an advanced autoloader. Yeah, we're gonna keep the autoloader. Hair trigger stock. I may as well give you a stock because you can't hit the broadside of a barn with that thing. When you need to, anyway. You are... Yeah, you're fine. Oh, Kill. Hey, buddy. Hey, guess what? There you go. Now you're gonna have some good hacking. There you go, bud. Good job, sir. Good job. Hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy. And Sparky is looking mighty fine here with his grazing fire. I like independent tracking. Like, why, dude? Why? Why would you ever do such a thing? Ooh, hello. 21 points for Bombard. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. Still need skull mining for the hack buff. Do you? Nuh-uh. You don't have 83 hacking, do you? You do. Holy shit. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, fair enough, but let's be real. We're bringing it so that I can do something else. Yeah, we're totally going to do that. Ooh, do I bring Volt? 7 to 9. I mean, it is one of those missions where it's like it's only 5 dudes, but if I summon the demon, I'm definitely going to want to have some extra nonsense, right? No, you're right. I need skull mining for that. Ugh. That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah. And the only DACA we're really gonna have is you. Ooh, but oh man, you know what I really need to do? I need to. Oh man, I really want these gauntlets, man. I really want some gauntlets. I need a freaking stun lancer. I need a stun. So that's what I need. I need to kill a stun lancer and grab the corpse. That's what I need. I believe you're mixing common practice with common law under your definition. Then, when I speak their use to do so for my front yard, that would be free speech, and I would have to allow it. No, it's when you, like I said, it's when you own the commons. There are certain places that if you own them, like public squares in the middle of cities, are technically owned private property, but you have to allow a certain amount of speech on it. You can't just move people because you don't like what they have to say. After a certain amount of time, reasonable time, you can do so. It's not so black and white is what I'm getting at. And yes, that the National Socialist Party should be able to speak whatever they want, because that's what free speech is. If you don't let people you don't like say what they want, then it's not free speech. It's just not. It's just not. Let's see. I want to level you up, man. I really do. Do I want to bring you on this mission? I don't think so. I don't think I do. All right, we're gonna bring Kill. Do I give you a mag rifle? That's the question. I have one available, but it will lose you some aim. This is one of those missions where it's like, should you allow people to speak if they want to abolish free speech, though? Yes. Otherwise, it's not free speech. That's kind of what I'm getting at there. If you don't allow people you don't agree with to speak, then it's not free speech. Because that's what free speech is for. It's for people you don't agree with. For people that you find distasteful. That is the entirety of the point. All right, so this is going to be in a subway. So if I bring 5 dudes, it's going to be 10 to 12, right? The how it's going to be? Oh, yeah, we definitely need to bring a shinobi. So, yes, I think we're going to hack this one. Or, excuse me, I think we're going to... You know what, let's bring Volt, and we're going to boost it. We're going to boost it. Yeah, we're going to boost it. So, let's grab that. And do I give you that? I don't need that. We'll give you a med kit. Give you a med kit. And, yeah, that should be good. Downslide looking good. Troopers looking good. We don't have a Grenadier. So we'll substitute Trooper out for a Grenadier. If I got one. There we go. Slab. Looking good. Looking good, girl. I like it. But yeah, it wouldn't be free speech if you didn't allow people you didn't like to speak. They can say whatever they want from their Apple box. Exactly. I disagree. It's called the paradox of tolerance. For example, Germany is forbidden to say that the Holocaust never happened. Yeah, it actually goes the other way around, the paradox of tolerance. The problem is that if you don't allow people to speak their minds in open and with freedom, then what happens is it goes underground and you have no idea what they're saying. And then they can radicalize themselves until they become so radicalized that they literally are subverted away from the good. So they see everything that you do as evil, and everything that and the thing about it is this can happen with free speech enabled as well. So because doing that is the fastest way to let that happen again. And it's actually not. because the thing about it is that there are things about the Holocaust that do not make rational or logical sense. And it's because some of it is actual propaganda from the Soviet Union and the Allies and the other allied countries just to make them look even worse than they already are. Like, how can you make them look worse? Well, they do. There are several things that are wrong about the story. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just means there are inconsistencies in the story. But the simple fact of pointing out that there are inconsistencies in the story, you're a denier. It's just like, it's a lot like the climate change bullshit, where anybody who disagrees with catastrophic anthropogenic global warming is a denier. Even though there's no evidence for catastrophic anthropogenic global warming, there is evidence that the Earth is heating up and humans are contributing. Absolutely true. 100%. No doubt. Oh, I muted my mic by accident. But catastrophic anthropogenic global warming is where we basically heat up the planet and we all die a horrible death due to, overheating. And that is not in evidence at all. And one of the reasons it's not in evidence is because we do not actually have a very good track on the weather of the planet. We have weather. We know about weather from certain parts of the planet for a few hundred years, and we know about certain things that happened in the past, but we don't have accurate stuff from today, so it's not science. Tool equals toll. Yeah, Facebook is a similar privately funded tool. Oh, yeah, tool, yeah. Toll road, yeah. It may offer common right of way, but only if you do so under established guidelines of private party. Yeah, but that's the thing, is that's one of the reasons it's Section 230 under I forget which law it is, but it's Section 230 that allows them to essentially ban people in good faith for stuff that is undesirable. Or not, it's not desirable, it's not undesirable. I forget what the word they actually use is. But it's basically like so they can ban porn. If you don't want to be a porn website, then you can ban it. But if you didn't have Section 230, then every website would become a porn website, because that's how it would work, because people make money off that shit. If you don't like to use the alternate route, Facebook government provided the right of way for content that would be open to anything that met constitutional guidelines. Exactly, and that's why they can ban porn and they can ban certain things. And it's like, I understand that, but it's not objectionable. It says it's another word. I can't remember what it's called. Okay, so you've got 19 AP. Is there anything I want to give you? Invert is not the greatest. Damn good ground, meh. Flashbanger might be good. But terrorize and exchange, no. Void conduit with ghost, meh. Ionic storm. The problem is that I'm not going to be able to. I don't want any of that crap. So, yeah. North Pole drilling samples of underwater rock contain fossilized ferns from a temperate climate. Plate tectonics show possible massive freshwater sea, leading to one to understand climate change. Melting ice caps possibly have nothing to do with human activity, unless dinosaurs were running coal power plants worse than us. Yeah, but they couldn't have run coal power plants because there wasn't the same amount of material back then. Well, there was coal, but there wasn't as much fossil fuel, because fossil fuels were created by those same dinosaurs. One of the other things is that the North Pole is not an indicator. If all the ice on the North Pole melted, the sea level wouldn't change at all, because that's how physics works. It's the Greenland ice sheet in Antarctica that we need to be worried about, right? The only thing that ice loss tells you on the North Pole is whether we're heating up or not. And even that doesn't tell you anything about the globe. It only tells you about the local area, right? That's one of the things I despise. You know what? I'm going to get Flashbanger. It's one of the things I despise about the whole thing, is that there's so many people who are so disingenuous on all sides. Let's just say this, on all sides. There is no one good side and one bad side. Good and evil does not exist that way. The South Pole ice sheet is expanding. In some areas it is. In some places it's shrinking. In some places it's getting thicker. In some places it's getting thinner, just like in Greenland. Because it's a very extremely nuanced subject that requires massive amounts of data, and half the data is wrong, half the data is interpreted, the other half is freaking, assumptions. And yes, I know that is more than one whole, and that's the whole point. And we're not even including anything that comes from outside the Earth system. Anything that might have to do with, I don't know, the giant ball of plasma that is the only reason life exists on this planet. And then you have other things like Jupiter and Saturn and cosmic rays and Venus and Mars and how the Earth's Van Allen belts work, and the fact that the magnetic field is getting weaker, and we're probably in the middle of a pole shift, and all kinds of other bullshit that just does not even come up in the conversation at all. All right, so I think we're ready to rock and roll here. Operation Ghost Steed, hack the hidden resistance computer. We're going to be in the subway, so this is going to be an interesting one. This is going to be an interesting. I kind of want to. You know what? I think we're gonna. Got you. You're a shooty bro. You're a shooty bro. What can I build here? What can I build? Is there anything I can give? I could send a mag rifle. I could indeed send a mag rifle on this mission. We could also grab the mag auto pistol. That might be good. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that actually. Nice. And you've got 9 AP, so I might. No. Clutch shot. Quick draw. Bam. Yeah, nice. And we're gonna give you lightning hands too, buddy. We all win clean air and water. We all win with clean air and water. Yeah, most definitely. That and aluminum, steel, and recycle nicely. That I support environmental efforts. The problem with aluminum and steel recycling is that it can take up to 10 times more energy and waste product to recycle those things than it does to just dig up new stuff. And so that increases your carbon footprint, as you call it, bunk. But it could release more carbon in the atmosphere to recycle them than it could be just to dig them out of the earth. Now, it could cause more pollution in the water, on the land, perhaps. It depends. It depends on the area, how they're doing it, where they're doing it, what they're getting it from, yada, 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 so on and so forth. I'm not sure I want to be around to see the next what dude is probably going to happen within our lifetimes. Nuclear power, we need more. Bingo, that's it. That's the key, and it freaking lagged again, dude. I hit the freaking ding button, and here we go. All right, my dudes, we've got downslide, slab, kill, Asmodeus, pay no attention to man behind the curtain, neutron, and volt. We ready for this? I think we're ready for this. 7 to 9, baby. We're going to boost it. Oh, yeah. Operation Ghost Steed. Onward, my dudes, to victory, full honor and glory. Yeah, we need a lot more nuclear power. And the thing about it is that I don't mind renewables. They're great. They are. They're just not as efficient. They're not as thorium reactors, exactly, Scardy. But that's the thing, is that technology has gotten so good, we don't need thorium reactors anymore. We can use regular nuclear reactors. Gen 4 reactors. They have Gen 4 reactors right now that eat nuclear waste from reactors we already have. So we could build reactors that create nuclear waste and then take that nuclear waste and use it as fuel for other reactors. And you can build an entire complex of nuclear reactors where you have one nuclear reactor. You have a complex that has 4 total nuclear reactors in this nuclear power plant. 2 of the nuclear reactors make nuclear waste. And then you have 2 nuclear reactors that eat that nuclear waste and turn it into fuel. And turn that nuclear waste into fuel and turn it into inert stuff that is not radioactive. And not only that, do you know what form of matter nuclear waste takes? Anybody? What form of matter does nuclear waste take? I'll actually wait to see if anybody responds to that. Because most people don't know. And I want to see if you guys get it. I want to see if any of you know. Lead. No. Like what form of matter? Plasma, liquid, solid, gas. Renewables are great micro solutions for individuals. Yes, macro solutions is nuclear, proven hydro, and the continued efficiency gains we see in LED, recyclable, incandescent fluorescence. Well, actually, renewables are really great. We need Tiberium. Hunter, my man, coming out with the absolute slugger. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, we need Tiberium. Absolutely. Crap, I hit the wrong button. One of the things that would be great about renewables, if certain individuals like, I don't know, Elon Musk weren't so wrapped up in colonizing Mars and instead were more focused on building habitats in Earth orbit, is that we could have solar farms in orbit that collect power in orbit, where they get 100% efficiency as far as no cloud cover, no atmospheric distortion, 100% always facing the sun, because you could put them in a certain orbit where they orbit north to south, where they're always facing the sun, and then once per day, as they go over a certain spot on the Earth, they literally beam the power down via via microwaves. It would be, and it's insanely efficient. Microwave power transfer, we've gotten it up to like 95% efficiency. Nuclear proliferation concerns with traditional nuclear power will always be a barrier. Those are less so with thorium. Yeah, Scardy, but that's what I'm getting at, is that the newest generation of nuclear power plants don't have the nuclear proliferation thing because they don't use uranium-238 or uranium-235. They use non-weapons grade plutonium. Or excuse me, I had that wrong. They use uranium and they don't produce plutonium, and you can't, and therefore you don't actually need. Let me rephrase that. Okay, here we go. You don't need uranium-235 in Generation 4 nuclear reactors. You can use uranium-238, even though it's less efficient. It doesn't matter. Not only that, you cannot refine plutonium from a uranium-238 reactor. Therefore, you have to use uranium-235 to do that, and to get that plutonium. And so you'd still need centrifuges to do all that, but you don't need centrifuges to make a Gen 4 reactor. If you don't play Sim 2000, one of the disasters is microwave power, missing the receiver and burning your city down. Yeah, SimCity was such a propaganda game. Yeah, no shit, right? All right, we're at, what are we looking at? All right, we're going to keep scanning. I think we keep scanning. I think so. Quid pro quo. What is that? Oh, Traycon. That's right, quid pro quo. All black market costs reduced by 20%. That's pretty good. We've got supply drop in 3 days. What else do we got? Okay, we're good. Smash and grab. 23 hours on that. We have 145 intel. I may pull out of that, dude. It was supposed to be 10 to 12, I believe. So we'll see how it goes. How are we doing here? 20 to 38. Jesus Christ. Oh, okay. Let's just keep scanning. We shall keep on scanning. Ooh. Okay, we get a gunner and an intel package. I don't want. Oh, it's a 1 day. Man, come on now. What is this? 108? I kind of want to do it, man. 13 to 15. Damn. What is extract advent supplies? It's got lost on it, don't it? Yeah, it does. 1, 2. So it's only 5 dudes. 13 to 15. If I boost this, what is it gonna do for me? I'm gonna hit. All right, look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it. We're gonna save it. We're gonna do it. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can use renewables for, like somebody said, I forget who said it, as a micro solution, not just for everyday lives, but for communities, right? It is liquid. The answer to the question. No, get a clue. It is not. Nuclear waste is solid. That's right. All nuclear waste is solid, because nuclear waste comes from the reactor, which is solid. Water, the liquid that is in the reactor, is for cooling / attenuation / what is it? I can't remember the name of the word. It's where it bounces neutrons back into the reactor to create more of a nuclear reaction. Without this, I can't remember the name of the word. I can't remember the actual name of what the word is. Without that, you wouldn't actually be able to get criticality inside the reactor, and criticality creates a reaction that continuously goes on without you having to add things to it. So nuclear waste is solid. Like let's say you have a reactor, water from the reactor. Most reactors are cooled with water, not all, but most. Here we go. 10 to 12. We'll do it.
we'll give it a go. I'll at least grab some, and it should be worth it. Should be worth it. So it's like when they were talking about how, but not in all the comics, the liquid. That's where I get my news. Yeah, exactly, right. And don't get me wrong, you can have water that is radioactive. That's why land-based plants are along rivers in spite of flooding possibilities. Power plants are thirsty. Steam turbines go through a lot of water a day. Yeah, they absolutely do go in a lot of water a day, but none of it is, if you have proper controls, it won't get contaminated. It's literally just fresh water that comes out as fresh water. You might get a little rust and stuff like that from the steel and the systems and in the pipes. And you might have, and you absolutely have to clean the water once you're done because they add chemicals to it to make it have certain properties. You need water that has a very, very low surface tension when you run it through steam turbines, because once it starts turning from steam back into liquid, it'll impinge the turbines and it'll definitely break them. But the liquid water, or the liquid that comes out of most reactors, it can be radioactive, but it's the hydrogen in the water that becomes radioactive. You can also get nitrogen in the water that's radioactive, but it has a half-life of 14 seconds, less than 14 seconds. So if you had a glass of water and it had radioactive nitrogen in it, in a few minutes it would have next to nothing in it. And not only that, you also have to remember that water itself is an attenuator of radiation, which means it will essentially block the radiation. It's not really what it does. It just lessens the percentage effect that it has on you or whatever. So the hydrogen in the water is radioactive, and it can be. That's why, like at that power plant in Japan that exploded, they had giant vats of water from the reactor that they were using to cool it on land, and people were bitching that they were dumping that water into the ocean. And all I could do with that was laugh. These are journalists, obviously, bitching, complaining, oh, the environment, when they don't understand a god dang thing about how nuclear power works, how radiation works, how half-life works, how decay works. They left those containers they left that water in the container for days. What does that mean? Well, that means that they're essentially non-radioactive. There's more background radiation than there is radiation coming from the liquid itself, because they let it sit there for long enough, and then they dumped it in the ocean. And then you dump that into the ocean. Even if it was radioactive, you're literally talking about a drop, less than a drop, a molecule in a giant pool, right? And so what happens is that even if it was semi-radioactive, even if it was radioactive, even if it was highly radioactive, you still have the half-life issue. So in a few days, all that water that you just dumped in would be essentially inert as far as radiation goes. And on top of that, you have the fact that it is in a giant pool of water, the ocean, which dilutes it. It's, oh my God, dude, it triggers the shit out of me, man. Because they do not understand anything about nuclear power, about radiation, and how any of that shit works, and they just scream into the sky. And I've seen websites that are nothing but anti-nuclear propaganda, and it's just wow. Like seriously, like there was this website when I was in the service, and it said that there was a nuclear accident every single day since nuclear power had started to be used. There was a nuclear accident every single day. You just didn't hear about it because it was, they blocked it because they didn't want the nuclear industry didn't want to lose their monopoly or blah 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 or some other bullshit that they were hawking. And they even had a calendar that would be like, here's all the nuclear accidents that happened, and the vast majority of them were literally where a plant had to shut down and replace a valve.
Confirmed.
They considered that a nuclear accident because a nuclear valve failed. That's what a nuclear accident was to these fools. Be there shortly. And I've seen YouTube videos of people who said that if you took uranium yellow cake, put it in a styrofoam cup, like a small styrofoam coffee cup, and then took it into a cafe, everybody in that cafe would be dead within a few hours.
Did you know that the sun is a nuclear accident? Yeah, new pasta. Every single second, the sun is a nuclear accident. Well, that's if you believe the sun is actually powered by nuclear fission, which I have my doubts. Let's just put it like that. I have my doubts. And okay, so we know the drone is not there. I've been on this map before, and there's been a drone behind this door. And the thing about it is that door is, I don't want to say it's not invisible. That's not the right word. It's see-through. You can see through that door.
Moving.
So I don't want to go there. But yeah, it seriously bothers me. It seriously bothers me. The sun was formed when the Soviet nuclear power plant blew up. In Soviet Russia, sun creates you. I couldn't help that one. Oh my goodness. All right, so we've got plenty of time. We're in no rush. The Lost are simply just gonna have to get here when they get here. And I'm gonna move you to those are open doors. I'm gonna move you to right there. All right, we didn't trigger nothing. Do you see anything? No. Okay, good. Good. Let's move on up. Moving on up. And let's go here.
Affirmative.
Yes. Yes. Die, fool. Oh, looks like they might be hiding right there.
Stay here.
10 to 12. I'm going to try to get all of them. Now, it's probably not going to happen because, you know, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Okay, let's go here with the Grenadier. See what we got. All right, I see another box. Excellent. Let's go here. I'm going to keep pushing until I see a pod. Damn, look at all these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, hello. And they're on top of one. Excellent. So they're right there. So I'm just going to go here. We should be able to see them. Yes. And we've got 2 boxes right there. So look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 9 of them. So there's 4 more on the map somewhere. There's probably one up here. I don't see one, though. Might be one back here. We'll have to see. I can't really tell at the moment, so we'll just have to suck it up. I hope there's not one that's, like, stuck up in one of these buildings. There's a glitchy one where it's, like, the only way you'd be able to get it is if you had, like, a spider suit with the grapple. Yeah, that's the sucky one. That's the sucky one. Let's just move you all the way up. And I think I'm just going to get you up here. Yeah, that's exactly where I want you. Right there. Yeah, right there. Bam. And I kind of want to get Joker up here too, but I think we're going to leave him down on the level. Unfortunately, he's got a freaking laser waffle. I'm not the craziest about that. I was actually thinking of relocating some stock portfolio to nuclear. Any recommendations? Not really, my dude. Not really. I know about the science, not any of the actual plants going around. Now, one of the great things is that the United States government is removing a lot of the regulations on testing of nuclear reactors, which is really good in my opinion, because one of the things that's really hard to do with nuclear reactors is experiment and rapid experimentation so that you can find out if your things actually work or not. And one of the biggest reasons is because of regulation. And it's a lot of reasons why there are no new nuclear power plants being built, even though they're more efficient, they are less dangerous, they kill less people, they're less deadly to the environment, they produce less carbon dioxide. In fact, they have almost zero carbon footprint unless you count the actual carbon dioxide is used to dig up all the stuff and build the thing, and then that's it. So the reason, even though it would make you a boatload of money, is because the initial startup cost and just the running costs, because of regulations, are so high compared to literally a coal plant. So you could build a coal plant, a gas plant, a natural gas plant for far less and run it for far less operational costs and all that, just because of regulations. As with almost every industry in our entire world nowadays, one of the biggest reasons things are as expensive as they are is because of government regulation. It's one of the reasons why things like computers and TVs are so cheap, is because there's so few regulations that they experiment, and there's massive amounts of competition. Now, I understand why there's definitely regulation as far as nuclear power plants go. I mean, let's be real. They're nuclear power plants. They should be regulated. But the fact that they regulate them the way they do, to the point where it's basically uneconomical, makes it much, much worse. Is that the wall over there? It is. Okay, let's see what we got.
Designated position.
Moving up. Nothing. Let's move up here. Oh, we got something. Oh, hello.
Hostiles grouped over here.
Hello. Nice. Okay. And we move Joker to here.
Hurry.
And I think those guys went that way, I think.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes. Okay, so everybody... Ooh, hello. Hello, sir. 6 to 9. Ooh, precision shot. 90% chance to crit. That's a dead snake. Probably. It's probably also a dead snake. Also probably a dead shield bearer. Shield bearer is not bad. The problem is the shield bearer gives shields. That's the problem. So, and we can also see the dude. So I think we're gonna hold what we got here. Mikoria! Greetings and salutations, friend. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciate that. Welcome. We're gonna take good care of you here. Promise you that. Costs are high, but my understanding is that liability issues are the real true barrier. No private insurance will insure a nuclear power plant for a meltdown disaster without it being backstopped by the federal government. And that's where the regulations come in. It's not that the private insurance won't do it, because the fear of meltdown is, especially in a Gen 4, is next to nil. You got to remember, dude, that almost every nuclear power plant to date on the planet, with the exception of a few that have just been recently built, were designed before computers were used to design things. The financial payouts, even for a minor meltdown, would bankrupt even the biggest private insurer. I disagree, Scardy, especially with more modern designs. Older designs, perhaps. Was watching YouTube and thought, let's see what he's on Twitch, and here I am. Nice, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. Absolutely awesome. And one of the reasons I disagree with that, just on the face, is because it's just like the 3 Mile Island scare, right? We know what happens when nuclear reactors melt down. We understand the physics behind it. We understand most of the things behind it. And a lot of nuclear power plants have taken extra precautions for that. Most nuclear power plants, even if they were to melt down, will not cause a nuclear disaster. The reason is because the plants are designed to fold in upon themselves to do so. Most reactors are built above a giant pit filled with water and lined with lead, and have a giant cap top that goes on top. So if the nuclear reactor were to start melting down, they could literally blow off the pipes and drop it into the pit. It's just one of the many things that have been redesigned in a lot of power plants. Now, that's not true in all of them. And that's one of the biggest problems is a lot of the old nuclear power plants are like that, and people understand nuclear power as being that way rather than them being the new way, which is designed by computer, designed to like if you design a reactor properly, it won't melt down, right? Aboard my submarine, our reactor couldn't melt down. There was only one instance that it could melt down, only one, and it would have to be in dry dock when the reactor was completely powered down, with the rods completely inserted, and the temperature of the water in the reactor would have to be at 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the only time the reactor could ever melt down, and it's because it would cause, at 40 degrees Fahrenheit, the water has a weird property where it's transitioning between its ability to be denser and less dense, so that it could form, so you can form ice on top of water and all kinds of other stuff like that. It's a weird physical thing that the water does. But at that point, you can cause what's called oh God, what is it? Oh, I can't remember the name of the freaking thing. It's basically where you cannot stop criticality. So if you were to, say, withdraw the rods for some weird reason, they all popped out, it would cause uncontrolled criticality, which would cause the reactor to immediately melt down. It would probably also cause an explosion, not a nuclear explosion, but it would vaporize the water that would be in the reactor and cause the reactor head to explode off the top of it. That's basically the only way you could get the reactor to melt down. Underway, there's no way to get the reactor to melt down because the reactor is designed in such a way that it cannot, that even with the rods all the way out, you can still control the reactor. There are still ways that you can control the heat, you can control the water. The only way is if all the water were evacuated from the entire piping system, and the only way that could happen is if there was a catastrophic leak. But then you could just dump seawater in, and there's all these different ways that you can prevent such things. It's a lot of it is propaganda from movies and people who don't understand nuclear power. That where all that comes from. You know, I mean, it doesn't help that even movies that show nuclear power in a more positive light still utterly debase it in a way that's just absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to go ahead and end the turn.
Guard the access points.
For instance, the James Bond movie was one of the ones with Pierce Brosnan. Now that's awesome. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me. No way, they're all walking away? Dude, that is ridiculous. All right. Okay.
Got a group of hostiles over
Yep.
here.
Yep. All right, so what we're going to do is... Yeah, we're gonna go. We're going to go. That is definitely what's going to happen. There's one there. One there. Is there another one over here? No. Yeah, but our legal system has a tenuous relationship with actual technology. The private insurer would get buried under lawsuits for anything that could be construed as unsafe. Yeah, that's one of the whole things I was talking about regulation. It allows for things like that. Nobody wants to live next to a nuclear power plant. I would totally live next to a nuclear power plant because I understand nuclear power, and I'm not afraid of it. Do you understand? I respect it because it is powerful and it is dangerous. But I would live next to a nuclear power plant. And that's one of those things that the government could do is that they could lower like taxes and all kinds of other things that could incentivize people to move near nuclear power plants, especially if they understand it. And they can offer, educational things about nuclear power. Like all the stuff that I've learned about nuclear power over the years is just like, it's one of the safest forms. It's like it's safer than a coal plant. And people would rather live next to a coal plant. They wouldn't want to live next to a coal plant, but they'd rather live next to a coal plant than a nuclear power plant. And it's far more dangerous and far worse for your health. But it's all about the stuff in the mind, right? And so, yeah. And that's one of the things that regulations could do is it could prevent frivolous lawsuits because of, quote, unsafe, unquote, kind of nonsense. Because it is nonsense. That's the problem. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we are going to execute... Damn it, I can't see the other dude. Are we just gonna shoot his ass? Is that what we're gonna do? Yeah, we're gonna do it. Here we go!
Now we gotta take this thing out.
And of course it lags. Of course it does. Of course it does. It just has not been working for me today, boys. I don't know why it does that, man. Maybe I need to restart my computer. Maybe that's what it is. So we're at 0% there. Okay. Okay. Well, it might be time to summon the Lost. That might be a thing. So we're going to go ahead and mark all these.
Up a steady signal from the transponder. Firebrand is en route to make the pickup.
All right. Cool. And... Ooh, do I go for the flank there? I'm not going to kill him. I could just flank him right here. I think I'm just going to do this. That way, hopefully, I don't pull anything. 84%. That's not bad. I could go for the stun. 84. Yeah, let's go for the stun. Oh, we got it. We got it, boys. We got it. Nice. And we move over here.
All day long.
And that way, I got a flank on him next turn. And I don't have to summon the Lost. Isn't that great? Isn't that grand? Isn't that just grand? Oh, and I can flank you with him, too. I'm afraid of moving forward because I'll be able to see those guys. You know what I mean? And I don't want to pull another group of dudes. So I think we're just going to... When I become president, all the C&D hippies from the 80s and 90s will be rounded up, thrown away in a dungeon. You know, you really shouldn't say things like that. People might actually believe you.